Hugs and kisses, friends and family. I'm a little bit sick with a kidney infection, so hopefully I get a little bit better. Sorry for not streaming today, but I wanted to throw out this video because I thought I could do this real lazy, real quick like. But this is a list that I think could be educational to someone, somewhere. I don't know. Maybe you just can, jive with what I'm throwing out here. Maybe you feel the same way I do. And yeah, this is gonna come from a perspective though, where you would think I would be biased towards playing these games. You would think that I would have really heavily played these games already, and in some cases I did, like back in the day, nostalgia, but MMOs need to be consistently reviewed, don't they? They need to be consistently played to really get the most out of them, probably. Though I do agree you can one and done many MMOs. You don't have to play them every single day for the rest of your life. But still, as a content creator, you would think I would want money. I would want views and subscribers. You would think I would go out of my way to play some of these games. But no, I like to be real with you guys. I like to act like a peer to you and try to speak with you honestly. So I'm not gonna go out of my way if there's some roadblocks that I don't feel like hurdling over just quite yet. And that's what this video is about. These are MMOs I really want to play that do exist right now. So these aren't new MMO, but these are games that I want to play them, I want to like them, but I kind of just can't really get into it right now because of probably one very specific reason. And maybe this will explain some of your issues, and hopefully, because I do still believe in this community, in the comments someone can tell us, hey, it gets better if you play it like this, if you do this, that, then the game's actually really cool, and don't worry, here's my guild or whatever, you can join us. That'd be awesome. I see that happen in a lot of videos, so that's kind of the dream with this video. It's kind of a Hail Mary, but maybe it'll work. I believe in you guys, the friends and family. So, this is going to be my top 5 MMO that I want to play, but I don't feel like it right now for certain reasons. So, the very first MMO that really came to mind when coming up with this list was RuneScape. So, RuneScape has a lot of different fractions of itself, and I'm actually really cool with that idea. I even covered many of them, such as Darkscape. So right now, it currently has old school RuneScape, and then it has RuneScape 3, and then we got a new RuneScape, and then we have the mobile versions of the game, which is actually, I'm probably going to be jumping into RuneScape 3 mobile whenever that does release. Yep, we're doing this live. So the thing is, though, is I'm not too excited to really waste all of my freaking time in this game. Even though I am nostalgic and a returning player, and I did heavily play RuneScape Classic, or old school RuneScape, now known as 2007scape, whatever, I don't know, a lot of different names, it can be confusing. I did play that, and I did actually have a subscription. I got decently far, had some fun with the questing, and I'm totally cool with playing the questing again, which means I would probably want to play RuneScape 3, but I'm really not in the mood to pay that increased subscription costs now. Yep, it went up, and there's so much drama going on with Jagex, with like potentially like moderators of the game cheating and stuff. A lot of accusations, I guess, of people hacking in the Deadman tournaments. There's just a lot of drama going on, and then there's the community kind of rioting almost when it comes to some of these updates that are happening, which again, remember, old school RuneScape is separate from RuneScape 3, so you would think that these would be very community entwined updates. They would be focused on what these different communities want. I don't know, man, there's not too much positivity coming out on the forums of RuneScape. Now, I could play old school RuneScape as a nostalgic player, but fuck no, that's a lot of wasted time. That's a lot of hours. I'm talking hundreds of hours of non-gameplay, of you staring at a creature hitting zeros. No game ever in the world should ever make you hit zeros. Oh my god. I know that could be like a miss, but Jesus Christ, in RuneScape, it's boring as fuck. Sorry, my language. But then RuneScape 3 has probably a more fast roller coaster type of theme park gameplay, which is what I want, because I want to play the questing, because the quests of RuneScape are the best in any MMO. I will tell you right now, they are the best from all that I've played, uncontestedly. They are just the best quests. Fight me. But that's not a saving grace when you have all this weird UI stuff going on with RuneScape 3. Old school RuneScape also has a dumb UI, but at least it's simple. And then you have like all these mini games and all these alerts, and God, man, it feels like a fucking mobile game. And I just really don't want to do that. Also, the introduction experience of RuneScape 3, while more cinematic in ways, kind of deters from the charm of old school RuneScape. In just a lot of ways, it fragments itself, and that's kind of the issue here. When the game literally has fragmented itself, is now it's going in like two very different directions that I think most people don't actually care for. You know, and for future updates, I really think Jagex is going to need to rethink how they're building this game, and frankly, maybe just remake the game again, which I know is on the horizon, actually, so. And that's fine. Again, that's fine, but the current state of RuneScape doesn't seem like the hype is really being kept alive, and honestly, people probably play it because of, one, nostalgia, and also because of shit posting. It was basically IRL streaming on Twitch before IRL existed. Like, let's all admit it. So, yeah, that's my thoughts and feelings on RuneScape. Let me know how you feel in the comments below. Next game that I want to talk about is going to be EVE Online. Yeah, another sandbox game. This is actually the sandbox of all sandboxes, and this one I don't have to elaborate too long on. It's really freaking simple. It's just, yo, EVE, how monumental of a game this is, you know, literal world records, and this is like the MMO, right? Like, there is no bigger, more massive MMO when it comes to any singular battles. It's got that guild versus like guild kind of gameplay, you know, it's got politics and stuff. It is the sandbox MMO that takes place in a freaking entire universe. You would think someone who covers MMOs would be playing it, or at least have actually seriously tried playing it. But I logged in, saw the UI, and I logged the fuck out. Now, I read all of the articles, I watch lots of videos on it, I am interested in it, I am engaged with that sector of gameplay. I love sandbox games. I even tried playing Darkfall, you know, I played BDO, and all Albion Online, actually, I kind of enjoyed. So I love sandbox MMOs, they are my favorite technically, even like pseudo sandbox like RuneScape or ArcAge, stuff like that. I can forgive some sins of those games a little bit because I love it so much. But with EVE Online, it just looks extra slow. It looks like it's really hard to get into the game. It looks like a massive grind, which was another component of why I didn't really feel like playing RuneScape. It just seems like a lot of fucking work. And since me playing MMOs already somewhat feels like work because it's my job, then it kind of compiles together. So for me personally, I don't have time to work a second job because as a YouTuber, it's like I'm just nonstop working, you know, when I don't have kidney infections. It feels like I don't want to stress out like that. I want to stress in different ways. You know, I want to mechanically test my skills in games, and I want MMOs to be so complex in real time that, you know, I mean, all different skills being thrown at me, lots of different enemies on screen. But EVE is a really, really slow game. So it's kind of the opposite of what I'm interested in. It's the opposite of what a lot of people are interested in. And a lot of people, I think you'll find, who want to play MMOs, want action MMOs. They want real time and massive content all the time in their face. So that's going to be games like Guild Wars 2. EVE Online is, it's definitely an MMO. It's definitely the most massive MMO at the moment, not in terms of popularity, but in terms of any one person at any one time. Yeah, but it's not consistently like that. It's not consistently, you know, in your face, space dogfights, things like that. And, that really sucks. I mean, it's a different kind of game, I have to admit that, but at the same time, it's very niche, and that is prohibitive of me. If they ever made a way for players to get into the game quicker and faster, and if they had better tutorials and things like that, I would definitely play. But honestly, as somebody who, like, this is my freaking job, I still, even me, I just don't got time to mess around with EVE Online. Okay, so next MMO, and you can kind of fit this into a lot of other MMOs, actually, quotation MMOs. If you guys watch my videos, you know I have this maybe a very weird and peculiar definition of MMOs where the games have to have massive numbers of players on the screen in real time. Okay, yeah, maybe that makes me a special snowflake, I don't know. But there is some other MMOs, or they're proclaimed as MMOs, that I don't feel like playing because I don't know how MMO are you? Anyways, so the game I'm talking about is going to be Neverwinter Dungeons and Dragons. Now, you guys have corrected me and said that no, it does actually have big spaces. I think 40 players in a zone, which I would actually debate. Yeah, that could be an MMO. You know, depending on the systems in place, maybe. Even if it's only 40 in real time, there's some potential there. It depends on the online interactions, what they can do with the persistence and blah, 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 blah. Anyways, but I don't know that. Now, I might try it. I probably should. But as an MMO lover, I'm way more interested in games like when Elder Scrolls was putting its trailers out, it showed like it's, you know, hundreds of players PvP. Hell yes, I want to jam to that. open world questing and open world events, you know, Guild Wars 2, the heart system. Yes, absolutely, giant epic bosses in the open world. But a game like Neverwinter and many other games, I guess you can just put a bunch of those games in this part here, with a bunch of mobile games as well, like BDO, mobile, and stuff like that. I don't know if they're actually massive. Like, that's my problem, is there's a lot of, quotation, bunny marks, MMOs, that I don't think are MMOs. And so, because I'm hesitant on even at that fact, you know, how massive are they, I don't even want to play them. I don't even want to try them. I don't think they're really doing much unique. I'm afraid that they're really just dungeon divers. Of course, I could be wrong, but that's my hesitation. And hopefully this video can kind of serve as a way to show that, like, you know, other people have this hesitation too now. It's like, dude, like Spiral Knights, Path of Exile, Diablo, those aren't MMOs, not in my opinion. And because of this prolificity of these games being called MMOs, now we have a lot of games that maybe I would have liked to play, but I don't even know what fucking genre it is. I don't know how to come at the game. I don't know what perspective I should have, and so that is hindering me. That is the speed bump of why. So yeah, Neverwinter, I kind of want to play it as a dungeon diver, and I kind of want to play it as an MMO, but I don't really know which one it is. I've only done first impressions, and it was just dungeons. It was literally only instances, so if you guys can tell me otherwise, I'll jump in. That's another, you know, the Hail Mary of the video, hopefully, but so far that's my thoughts and feelings. All right, so yeah, that one was kind of a cheat a little bit, but the next one is a little bit more obvious. Final Fantasy XIV is a game that I did try, I did stream it, and I have a little bit more personal reasons why I don't really want to play this game or commit to it. I mean, I want to play it because of the end game and because I'm a Final Fantasy fan, except for 13, fuck that game. But like I like this stuff. I even the slower combat I'm actually fine with, as long as I'm the tank or the healer. But man, I just got some issues with Final Fantasy XIV. The thing is, and here's my brutally honest opinion, is from my first impressions, it was immediately obvious that this game was built with PS3 in mind. It was obviously built with consoles in mind, and if you say otherwise, prove it with citation, because I'll just whip it out with the directors actually saying, yeah, it was built with consoles in mind, because it's fucking obvious. Don't be stupid. I don't mean to be so mean, but it's just that's just the game. It was at least the early game. You can really fucking feel it. It is so slow. And I just did a video on World of Warcraft and how slow that was. Oh my god, no. Final Fantasy XIV, out of a lot of games that I did actually play and really gave an honest shot, holy shit, this was slow. And then there's this weird story cinematic focus, which one, you will get copyright claimed if you try to stream this game on YouTube. Holy crap. Two, it's not even that good. Some cutscenes are voiced, most aren't. What? For a high production game like this? Are you kidding me? Even World of Warcraft now has voiced cutscenes and things, and that's an old as hell game. A lot, I don't know. Anyways, there's just a lot of modern games that just have much higher production values. But Sky, this is a remake. They had to destroy the initial, exactly, actually. There's precedent that Final Fantasy XIV has some people that don't know what they're doing in the MMO space, you know, in charge. Final Fantasy XI, while a cult hit, was at a time when MMOs didn't have much competition. There's definitely some cool stuff with it, but there was a lot wrong with that game too. Final Fantasy XIV has a lot wrong with it, and I don't feel like ignoring it. Oh, and the big thing here though, is that a lot of the stuff that's wrong with the game gets solved in the end game. Okay, but more than a lot of MMOs, the grind is real with Final Fantasy XIV. You level really slow. You have these weird cinematic story things, which I don't think is good. Some people will say it is. I bet most will say it's not. And it's expensive. It's a monthly subscription game. So you're going to go through basically this giant massive tutorial that treats you like you're an absolute idiot, an absolute moron that's never played any game ever, let alone an MMO. And you have to pay monthly for that just to get to the good stuff, which may or may not be good. So I do know it's good from the streams that I've watched, from basically all the videos I've watched. I know it's hype. I love watching it, okay? But actually playing it, I wish I could if I could just get a free freaking boost. So if they have a free boost so I can just boost up a healer or something, hell yeah, I'll play. But until then, fuck no. So we've been a little bit harsh in this video, but I wanted to really get across to you guys as, you know, a player to another player, my emotions and feelings. Hopefully you guys feel the same way. Again, it's just so that people in the comments can say, hey, it really is worth getting to the end game. Hey, you play this game in that way. Yeah, all that good stuff. Reiteration, of course. But the last game that I want to talk about, the MMO that I want to play, enjoy, and really dig into, but I can't is going to be Albion Online. And this is actually a game that I did pretty recently consistently play for a good little bit. And I want to play more. I want to play it. I want to love it actually, but I can't. So there's a lot of reasons why I want to love it and why I have played it and covered it. It's a sandbox MMO. You have this sort of Path of Exile-esque kind of customization with the abilities where they slot into your armor pieces. I like that. You know, that's cool. I actually love the art style. I love the mechanics too. It feels like League of Legends. And in fact, when you do the dungeons and stuff, I would dare say that they're actually, you know, kind of raid-ish level in terms of complexity in some unique cases compared to, you know, other modern MMO as well. Like, it's good stuff. There's actually good mechanics. Tanking is a blast in this game, and there's some really interesting healing going on too. And the PvP can be cool too. Dueling, I had a lot of fun with that, but the core idea of Albion is decent. It really is. But the way it was executed day one of official launch was just garbage. It was actually bad game design. And I can say that because I went to school for game design and I review MMOs, so fight me. It was just bad. And most people who really play the game, even today, would probably say, yeah, it's actually not a good design. We're kind of just putting up with it. And I would dare say, like, most of the games on this list, you gotta put up with a lot of shit. And I'm just making this list saying I don't feel like putting up with it right now. Albion Online is a game that also has a subscription. Man, that's a big thing there, it's a grind-based game. So, you know, you gotta grind a lot. There's a lot of, it's not as much as, you know, RuneScape, but the optional subscription is really not optional, and it's more expensive than ever. And in my last reviews, the community said, oh no, Sky, you'll be able to farm it easy. Well, I went back to the game and I tried to farm it, did nothing but farmed. Nope. Wasn't easy. Looked up guides and everything. Nope. Still could not afford the monthly subscription on my schedule. So this game is kind of built for the people who played since day one. Now, I played day one and I still don't like it. I still can't continue playing it. I want to play it so bad. I want to have those duels. I want to join the guild 5v5s. I want to play it like it's a freaking TDM, you know, a MOBA match or something like that. There is some really cool mechanics. I love the spear a lot. I think, and they're adding lots of cool armors, and dude, seriously, the PvE of this game is actually legit. Even solo, I think is actually legit. It kind of reminds me of jungling in League of Legends. But oh my god, like the monetization and the macro gameplay is so bad. The micro gameplay is cool, like I said. You know, all the little mechanics, the base of the game, the foundation of the game, the core idea is still freaking fantastic. I can't wait until it launches officially on Android. But like, Jesus Christ, every big decision that they've made, the shape of the map, all the way to stuff like that. You know, what they're doing with the guilds and the overall game flow is just completely perverted. It was honestly a more fun game day one of like super press access alpha. And it's only really gotten more tedious and more awkward. Yeah, they've added in more stuff in the game, but they've also taken out a lot of stuff too. So in the end, it's kind of this awkward child of like RuneScape and Ultima, has no quests. Honestly, I think they should focus on PvE from this point on. I think they should incorporate more PvEVP, and I think that would really bring to life more people into the game. And I think they need to retool their real money transaction. I really disagreed with it, so yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about Albion Online. If you want to know my thoughts, more of them, you can go and watch the plethora of videos that I did do on them. I love the game, its core idea, but its execution since day one launch has actually been garbage. So there's that. All right, guys, that's my list of MMO I want to play that you would think as someone like me that I would be playing, but I can't. Some of these games have really unique features, have really cool aspects to them, or things that appeal directly to me, especially as a PvEVP lover, or, you know, I like the questing in RuneScape or something like that. I really appreciate these games for their specific things that they do right, but the thing is that to get to those things, there's a huge fucking mountain to climb. And honestly, I can just watch videos. I can watch streams. I can kind of live, you know, through those other people's eyeballs. And I guess that's fine enough for me because, oh my god, I do not have time to fuck around with just blatantly bad game design, pay-to-win mechanics, or, you know, like, you know, just things that just cost money and time. I just can't. So these are the games that have those issues. I think you guys should have seen that theme generally. Or there's just like some awkwardness, like I'm uncomfortable. I don't quite know what I'm gonna get into. And I think games need to be selling themselves more accurately, better, especially in terms of Neverwinter. If it really is an MMO, they need to be showing that gameplay. They need to be really promoting that. And I just think a lot of these games are going in directions or not promoting themselves in the right, correct directions for a lot of the general audience of who would maybe want MMOs or maybe could be interested, you know, just a passing interest. You know, if they could actually see how funny the quests are in RuneScape or how like actual mechanically intensive Albion can be, dude, even those super niche weird games that are really meant for hardcore fanatics could be opened up. And I think that overall, these games need, MMOs need to be published better. They need to be published actually good. And I think most MMOs, they're online games, so the publishing is half the game. I would say that most MMOs do a poor job, and these games do a very awkward job at publishing themselves, which is really important to me, you know, as someone who reviews online games. How you publish yourself online consistently is something I should be reviewing even, but even someone like me, I'm having issues getting into these games. So thanks for watching, guys. That's my raw perspective. I ranted, I rambled, I reiterated. Hopefully that's okay. I'm gonna go lay down now. I don't know, I'm maybe gonna order some food and just chillax. Much love, guys. Hugs and kisses. And I'll see you in the next one.